Ladies and gentlemen, from Wales, Sean Lewis.
All the way from Mattawai in the Gisborne area, Catherine Maluli.
To stand number 3, also from Wales, Alan Lloyd-Jones.
From Whangamomana in the Naki, Darren Alexander on 2.
And to stand number 1, from Caio, Marshall Guy, ladies and gentlemen. Give him all a big round of applause. Well, John, it's been a pretty good St. David's Day so far.
Well, it'll be good for these fellas when it's over, because we're going to have an instant prize giving, so they'll have to stay on the board.
And just a bit of a fact for you as well. Kevin Rowlands' win in the junior was the first win for a Welshman since 1991.
We've done pretty well to keep the wall up, haven't we? The great wall of Kiwi shearers has been there or thereabouts.
You're the Keith Quinn of shearing, you know that, Hugh.
Yeah,
Keith Quinn was great with tactics like that.
Alwyn Mancini won the juniors in 1991.
Ripper. I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, this Hugh Condron beside me is a walking encyclopedia. He's not from here, but he knows, and he's put huge research into all these shearers. And it's great to have him in the commentary team, because he gives you a really good rundown of who's who and who's doing what and who's married to who and how many children they got and how many world records are broken and everything along those lines.
Is that your polite way of saying I'm a bloody know-it-all?
Well, I'm a polite boy from down south, so maybe it is. It's called PC, politically correct.
No, the internet is a wonderful thing. I suppose you could call me a bit of a shearing geek.
Beauty and the geek.
I wouldn't go that far, Gerald.
No, I wouldn't either, to be honest with you.
We have a green light, gentlemen.
Your wife was shaking her head as well.
Well,
can we have this?
We'll get a show of hands, will we?
We're going to get the shearers on the board to get the all clear from the referee.
Rightio.
Number 1. 8 sheep to shear in this Trust House Intermediate Final. We've got the Irish light upstairs. Stand 4, stand 1. To the board, please. You get in there, you get hurt. You only confuse yourself. The action happens out here on the front of those little red or orange machines that you've got laying at your feet. Okay, we're ready to go. Don't be shy. Let's get involved with this intermediate final, ladies and gentlemen. Give them a hoot and a holler, because by golly, it's a lone job up there. Everybody's good to go. Timekeeper's right. Judges, competitors, go!
Ooh, would you see that out of the blocks? They were placed as though it's a 100-metre sprint just to get into those pens and get going. Okay, Hugh, take us down the line, buddy.
Yeah, these intermediate shearers, they nearly ripped those doors off the hinges, ladies and gentlemen. They're that keen for this intermediate final, sponsored by Trust House, and we'd like to thank them for their sponsorship. So on stand number 1, we've got Marshall Guy from Caio. He won the junior grade here last year. He was one of the top juniors in New Zealand, and he stepped up straight into the top of the intermediates as well. Then we got on stand number 2, we got Darren Alexander from Whangamomana over there in the Taranaki, Wonga to some people. He won the quality prize here last night, so he's a very clean shearer, dark horse on 2. Then on stand number 3, from up in Corwen in North Wales, we got Alan Lloyd-Jones. He's coming at it now, ladies and gentlemen. Round the cheek he comes. Then on stand number 4, we've got the top qualifier into this, the final. We got Catherine Maluli from Mattawai. She's working over there in Pongaroa for sheer exhaustion with David Buick. She's a very, very clean lady shearer. Where are the lady supporters? Give her a shout on. Then on stand number 4, we've got another Welshman on stand number 5, all the way from Lampeter in West Wales, is Sean Lewis. He's only been at this shearing game for 2 years, ladies and gentlemen. Down the portal he goes. Then on stand number 6, we got Bevan Perry. He's a real quality shearer. We've seen a lot of him in the finals through the grades, ladies and gentlemen, and he's a real quality shearer from Gisborne. So now we've got a battle on who's the furthest on. I think it's Marshall Guy from Caio on stand number 1, Gerald.
Yes, Marshall Guy's got it. We'll throw the old gauntlet out to these Kiwis. Okay, we've had a Welshman win a competition here and break a wee record from years ago, but that'll be enough. We'll keep the cups here. They can take the saucers home. By jolly, that's how it's going to roll here in the intermediates. If you Kiwi boys are listening, and the chances are you're not, and girls for that matter, get on with the job and do it really quick and do it really clean. Clean is the word, and keen if you want to do it that way as well. But over the last shoulder goes Guy. Cleans it up, lifts that leg on the journey home. Having a good look on down the side anyway. Oh, it's nice and clean as he goes right out the toenails, drifting along. No one's with him at this stage. The speed does matter here too, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you why. All the board points and all the outside points from these judges gets divided by the number of sheep they're shearing. So when you're shearing 8, every second cut is only 1/8 of a point. The time points stay the same. It's 1 point every 20 seconds. So the more sheep you're shearing, the quicker you need to go to be winning this competition. And Guy is really turning it up for that. Tumo, what are you thinking down there?
Yeah, he's really going for it now. Then is Marshall Guy, the young man from Kyo. He's into that undermine. Big blows. In goes Alan Lloyd-Jones from Corwin. They call him Bertie at home. He's going to have to start peeling that belly off now. Into the belly he goes on stand number 3. Where's Catherine Malooly, the young lady shearer? She pushes 2 down the portal. Glad to see the back of her. Then Sean Lewis, the young Welshman from Lampeter. I'm sure that Mark Hughes and the crew down there will be shouting at the computer screen. Off comes a top notch, up the neck he goes. Out comes Bevan Perry with sheep number 3. And look at his quality points, ladies and gentlemen. He's got the old duck eggs. That means he hasn't cut that wool twice yet. Look at him, a beautiful quality shearer. But Marshall Guy from Kyo has turned for home. Alan Lloyd-Jones is starting to come now, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the quality of the shearing going on. This is some beautiful shearing as Marshall Guy now. He comes out that hind leg with his next blow. He's got 3 full comb widths if she'll sit. His gear is really flying there. One more bit of a flick. And in goes Marshall Guy, John.
Oh, the Kyo lad stepped down into the pen here. Stand number 1, he's got it sitting down there at the 4th sheep. Oh, crikey, she just undone the naughty box. Look out. Here comes the Welshman. No, he's got a fighter as well. Maybe it's the Naki man. No, they've let loose these sheep. It's an outrage. Look at him go. There's a smash up here. Down the last side comes, all catching up down the far end. Here the Naki man finally got the taste of it. Marshall Guy from Kyo has a bit of a dance down the main street here, the Queen Street in Masterton. Oh, the Welshman said, I'll keep steady hands down there on stand number 5. Oh. Sean Lewis brings out another one. Down Catherine Malooly out the last leg. Hopes to keep the quality right and pick up the pace as she gets along to the sheep. Here down on stand number 6, Bevan Perry brings out another one now. Sheep number 4 for him. They've got 80 of these fighters to shear, and by golly, they're putting up a great one. Over the top now, on stand number 5, starting to pick up the pace. I think he said, I better let go the old brakes. He had a nice fast shear in the elimination rounds, and he says, now it's my turn. I can hear the bang, bang, bang on the board upstairs. Look at him go, dropping into the first shoulder. He's hit the front, the young Welshman on stand number 5. There, the old butcher's knife will be out on the front stand shortly. I can see the judges even starting to sharpen the steel. Come across the shoulder though. Stand 5's taking control. The 2 Welshmen, Huey, are looking pretty good. They're coming over the top together. And here comes the Naki man. Come on, Tahora, don't let the side down. They come on for home. The Welshmen in full control on 3
the 2 Welshmen now then on stands 3 and 5 are coming. But Marshall Guy, he's kept his composure. He's just told his brother, fire the barbecue up because we're having mutton for tea. Look at her, she's still kicking on stand number 1. That's what we technically call a tart up there, ladies and gentlemen. She doesn't want to be there. Where's Sean Lewis? He's got sheep number 5 out on the board. Alan Lloyd-Jones from Corwin. He brings sheep number 5 to the board. Marshall Guy is still fighting that bloody thing down there on stand number 1. He's had enough of her. She's gone septic. Sean Lewis into that back leg. He's only been shearing for 2-3 years, ladies and gentlemen. Up the neck he goes. Alan Lloyd-Jones, he's been there. He's been a top juniors boy in Wales, and now he's in the top of the intermediates in New Zealand. Up the neck he hopped there like David Fagan. He just hopped up there. Then Sean Lewis dropped down into the front shoulder. Darren Alexander from Whangamomana. He's sticking to him like glue. Marshall Guy, glad to see the back of that. Now he's put the racing gear on. He's got that thin comb. He'll start to come back because he's a young man with a big engine there. But it's the men on stands 3 and 5. They turn for home. It's the 2 Welshmen again. We got 2 Welshmen up there, ladies and gentlemen. They're coming round the last side together. Sean Lewis on stand number 5. Alan Lloyd-Jones on stand number 3. Down the last side they come. Sean's out the hind leg. Alan Lloyd-Jones is coming down into that hind leg. Darren Alexander, the Whangamomana man there, on stand number 2. He's doing a beautiful quality job. Don't count him out just yet. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Sean Lewis from Wales, ladies and gentlemen. Look at him go, Gerald.
Wow. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. How many Kiwis is there in this audience? The Welshmen are giving a bit of a tidy up here. I got a note before I come up here. There's been no swearing over this microphone, but by jolly, I'm pleased I didn't have it turned on, because I was swearing at that sheep that Marshall Guy had. He was off to a ripper of a start. But hey, that's water under the bridge now. He's got to move on, and so he is. He's onto the last shoulder, tidying up under there on the journey home. Just let it go, Guy. I know it's difficult. It's the Golden Shears, and what happens on the field must stay there. Out to the toenails he goes. Whips that nice and clean. But go along the line again. Have a look at these ones with the funny flags up the top. That's where the action's happening as far as the speed stakes goes. It's Jones to the long blow. It's Lewis to the long blow. Keep an eye on Perry down the bottom stand. We haven't forgotten about you down there, young Perry. Down the undermine. 1, 2 big shots up there. Takes the big top knot off, up and over the back of the ears. That'll make it quick about now. When he starts firing up round there, you'll see him. He'll stick his thumb in that ear. There we go. Round, grab hold of that. You need lots of parts of your body to get this sheep now. It doesn't like sitting on its tailbone, I can tell you that. He gets it off there quickly and starts lying it down for the world famous long blow. But the long blow's been and gone for the Welsh boys. Come on, you Kiwis. Let's hear some noise.
The Mackie, look at him go, coming out the last leg. If he took the weight off his neck, he'd be out in front. Oh, he might just do it. Stepping into the pen now as Alexander has a quick look behind him. He says, righto, what's going on? Am I in control? Catherine Maluli shearing along lovely there. She drops into the long blow. She's cool, calm and collected. On the board now for stands 2, 3 and 5 and 6. Oh, come on, Marshall, keep the hammer down, mate. You've had to keep your cool. We feel for you, but that's the part of shearing. You would have put that one back in the pen if you were in the shed, but you had to keep going. This is the intermediate final, sponsored by Trust House. Into the long blow now for young Alexander. Into the catching pen for Catherine Maluli, but over the last side come the Welshmen. They've got back in front again and rocking down that money side of the sheet. With 1 left in the pen. By golly, these fellas, they want to make it 2 in a row, these Welshmen, Hugo.
Yeah, they're really trying. They'll do everything they can. They're very passionate Welshmen there on stands 3 and 5. Out the hind leg they go. Oh, Alan's got a kicker. In goes Sean for sheep number 8. The final sheep is coming out onto the board. There's a bit of support shouting him as well. Where's Darren Alexander, the man from Whangamomana? He's a real quality shearer there. Bevan Perry up there on stand number 6 as well. He's polishing the sheep up there, ladies and gentlemen. Don't count him out. He's a real quality man. But the 2 men on stands 3 and 5 are making a race for it at the minute. They're up the neck together, top-notch time. They're really going for it now, the 2 Welshmen on stands in 3 and 5. They're dropping into the shoulder. Young Darren Alexander from Whangamomana. He's all muscle here on stand number 2. He flicks the belly wall out. Bevan Perez into the back leg as well, as Sean and Alan are dropping down into that front shoulder, Gerald.
If we could just take a moment, I'll reinforce that, ladies and gentlemen. Keep a note on Bevan Perry down on the bottom stand. Have a look upstairs here. Board points are low. Sure, the back pen or outside job's not up there, but they normally correlate with each other. He's in for a mighty chance at the top spot here. If he can just hang in with these couple Welsh guys, but come back to the speed stakes, come back to the colour TV, come back to where all the action is, and it's happening in the middle there. Right round Miss Maluli there as they're right out the toenails goes Jones. Is he going to be first? Is it going to be his mate? It's going to be someone from Wales. Another kicker. We can't believe this happening in the finals. There we go, Alexandra. One swooping running blow. He's wrapped up. Simon Lewis is wrapped up. The Welsh boys stretch their backs, open the lungs up, start sucking some air, ladies and gentlemen. Running time of 12 minutes. They haven't paced themselves. There's no time for that. Darren Alexandra's went in for the button. Perry's went in for the button down there. Keep an eye on. You're going to find out real soon anyway whether we've got this reasonably right. But a really good shear off, and they have given it everything they've got. Right, Catherine Maluli. She has won competitions. She keeps it nice and tidy too. She's on her last and final sheep, and she throws a leg over and locks it up. Marshall Guy does exactly the same. They both turn. It's some synchronised shearing. You could chuck a blanket over the pair of them. They're both the same. Onto the last shoulder. They both drift. Look at them tidying it up. They're making sure the job's right. I'm very pleased for Marshall Guy. He hasn't chucked the towel in. That's not in his vocabulary, I can tell you that. He's still got the gloves on, ladies and gentlemen. They've given him a bit of jippo right from the beginning, right all the way to the end. Catherine Maluli. She's kept this good old steady pace, pulled the comb up, right out the toenails. Give her a round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen. Marshall Guy, give him a round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen. Trust House sponsored event. What a mighty display of shearing.
Hold on, Shears. Just wait up there on the stage. We will have an instant prize giving. Thank you.
If all the shearers could come down onto stands 1 and 2, please. And I think Coro is going to come up and have a few words with you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm with Catherine Maluli. Give her a hand. She's the only female up there in the intermediates. You know, you saw how rough those sheep were with these other guys. She managed to keep them under control. Tell me, Catherine, the sheep were kicking the crap out of everybody else but you. What's the secret? Because we wanted to tell these fellas here so they can hold on to their sheep a bit better.
Well, that makes me feel better. I thought it was just me.
No, you did very, very well. These, a lot of times, intermediate finals are 5 sheep finals, are they? 5 or 6? With it being 8 sheep, do you think that, you know, it allowed the guys, because they're physically stronger, to get better?
Oh, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and find out.
Because your quality 2 points are usually pretty good, aren't they?
Yeah, they're not bad.
Okay, good luck to you, Catherine Malili, ladies and gentlemen.
Test. That's better. Thank you. We have an instant prize giving for the Trust House Intermediate Shearing. Isn't it great to see 2 Welshmen taking on the Kiwis in a final? I promise you, you wouldn't get that much support if you were English. And isn't it great to see a woman taking part in a shearing final against the boys? Presenting this award is Nikki Burns, Marketing Manager for Trust House.
Thank you, Kieran. Firstly, congratulations to all those participants that are involved in the intermediate shearing this year, to those of you finalists on the stage today and to tonight's winner. The Welsh was certainly very impressive, but my new hero is Catherine Maluli, I have to say, so congratulations to you, Catherine. Trust House and Golden Shears go way back. Our heritage with Masterton is about as long as the Golden Shears, so it's a very natural partnership for us. We're delighted to be involved again this year, so thanks to the Golden Shears crew who invited us back in. And the category we're sponsor of is also a natural fit. It's the future of Golden Shears and Shearing and the heritage support. Thank you for Golden Shears for putting Shearing into the future. Live streaming on YouTube's pretty cool in my book, so congratulations, thank you.
Thank you, Nikki. As we know, intermediate shearers are on their way up and are still learning the trade. I want to acknowledge Marshall Guy, who had a real trouble sheep there, kicking away. Marshall, you kept your professionalism throughout, mate. Well done. The winner of the Trust House Intermediate Shearing will take away $500. The winner had 45.5 points. The second place had 46.1. Ladies and gentlemen, from Wales, Alan Lloyd-Jones. Congratulations, mate. Well done. Good on you. Well done. I know you've made Hugh, our commentator, a very happy man, and I must say, for the rest of us, we're not going to hear the end of it.
I'd just like to say thanks to the boys, thanks to all the other competitors and all the sponsors and everyone coming along to watch. Cheers.
Well done. The second place will receive $250. And that goes to Bevan Pere. Third place, $200 goes to Darren Alexander. Fourth place and $160 goes to crowd favourite Catherine Mullally. Fifth place, $150, Sean Lewis. And please put your hands together for Marshall Guy, $140. Could Ian Hopkirk and the junior wool handling competitors please come to the stage? Join the photo. Thank you, Nikki. Is these yours? Normally takes a minute or so, so we haven't got the ribbons yet anyway, so. That's great, you see the Welsh doing well, isn't it? As long as it opens the big one. Yeah, good as gold. You don't want to make it look like it's only one country sport trying to let the others in. Do we have any junior wool handling finalists here? To present the award of the Tectra Junior Wool Handling, Ian Hopkirk from Tectra.
Thanks, Karen. On behalf of Tectra, I'm just representing Huria Waipuna, who's our North Island wool handling manager. Texture is a training provider to the wool industry, to the wool harvesting industry. We think we have a great model to bring people, young people, through the industry like these ones here. And we're very pleased about it.